Neighbourhood now, since all of the market stalls happened, so they sort of get a feeling. Sorry, I had to just watch my daughter. So now you kind of get a feeling that there are certain people who will always be here. And you can sort of, yes, so there is a sense of neighbourhood.
The other question is, do you think there's anything missing, you think, in South Bank to make it more neighbourhood friendly? It could add...
So I'm not really sure what you mean by neighbourhood.
Oh really? What do you think neighbourhood means then, in your interpretation?
Well, I don't think it's a quality. I think it's a thing. It's not a sort of quality. Right. Neighbourhoods it's a specific area. If you're in a place, then the neighbourhood is the space around it. So I don't know if neighbourhood is a sort of, you can say whether something has more or less neighbourhood. It just is a neighbourhood.
Right. Okay. Have you ever attended a South Bank festival before? Over the years that they have hosted, like the Festival of Great Britain.
Yes, I've attended that one. Yes,
yeah?
Yes, I've attended. Yeah, I must have attended quite a few. Yeah. I come here quite a lot.
Okay. Any particular thing that you remember, like structures or events that you thought was your favourite?
I can't remember what sort of. I tell you, I quite enjoyed coming down with her at Christmas and going on the carousel.
Okay.
I mean, I like bringing her here because there's a lot of. She's 2, okay. And there's a lot of sort of space to sort of explore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was going to ask a question. What do you think about the igloos?
I think they're brilliant. I mean, I wouldn't have thought they were brilliant until I became a father. But like, this is somewhere if we're on the South Bank, we come to. Okay. Me and her, because they're sort of quite, and also because they're so green and white in a place that's otherwise so grey, they sort of really stick out. And they're quite fantastic.
Yeah, and the last question is, when we say the word pie, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
3.1419.
Okay, I just want to ask, do you think South Bank is classed as a neighbourhood?
I would say no, certainly not my neighbourhood.
Right.
So I would say no, it's not a neighbourhood. There's too much transient. It's a moving population constantly, isn't it? Yeah. So I would class that as not a neighbourhood. I think. Yeah.
What do you think is missing to class it as a neighbourhood?
Missing?
Yeah, well, you could add to the area.
Could be... there's not a lot, as far as I know, there isn't a lot of residential here.
There is over there.
Is there?
Yeah,
okay, alright, well, I'm completely wrong. You see, that's why it's not my neighbourhood.
Yeah.
But I would imagine affordable sort of properties, housing.
Right,
I think that's the only thing that's going to make it a neighbourhood, really.
Have you attended a festival here at South Bank? Quite
a few times.
Do you remember anything striking from attending, like a structure?
I do actually. I remember a man catching a very big fish, which I was quite surprised at because I didn't know there were any fish.
And another question: what do you think about the igloos over there?
I don't know. I walked straight past it. I wasn't very moved. I'm not quite sure what it was there for.
Basically, if we were to say the word pie, what is your interpretation of the first thing that comes to your head?
I would have to say chart.
Chart? Pie chart, really?
Yeah.
Okay, not food.
No.
Would you consider South Bank as a neighbourhood?
I do. It's quite touristy, but there's lots and lots of personal homes nearby where people live. So just by Waterloo Station, there's lots of Coin Street. That used to be quite a big political battlefield as far as keeping London, for the Londoners and not just offices. So, yeah.
Do you think there's anything missing in South Bank to make it more neighbourhood?
You can do it! I never thought of it as this neighbourhood.
Okay.
And it is. To me, it's very, not touristy, but it's very sort of educational film studios, theatres. So that's how I see it. As far as access to it, I think everything is here. But maybe a gift shop.
Yeah, but he probably didn't see all the little houses, so just beyond here.
Also, have you ever attended a festival here at South Bank?
Yeah, I have.
Which festival?
At the Royal
The
Festival Hall.
Oh, okay.
I've done I was in the production that was in there actually, so it was quite fun. But
was there any favourite bit you liked, maybe in an event or particular?
I didn't really like it because it was a bit operatic for me. But it was a celebration. It was a women's festival, so it was a celebration of women artists.
And I was not. What do you think about this igloo here?
Oh, look, the boys, they love it. They love it. They're
Giant
loving
crazy
it.
golf course.
Yeah, it's really beautiful inside. It's very artistic, very decorated beautifully. But you know, we are wondering what it's all about. But
You don't know what it's about.
No, we don't. But we're just going with it, with the love. It's art, isn't it? It's all art.
Also, if I say the word pie, what is the first thing that comes to your head?
Pie, life of pie.
Apple pie.
Life of pie comes.
And where are you heading here? Are you passing through?
Anywhere warm.
Yeah, we're going to the station. We had lunch, so we're going.
Oh, okay, right round here.
Yeah, we have with friends. We're not going home. We're going to go and see some more friends. They're on holiday.
So can we ask them what they think about these igloos?
Right, Cuba, what do you think about these igloos?
Very, very awesome.
Really?
Very, very awesome. Charlie, what do you think about all these igloos?
You're on television.
For me personally, no. I tend to kind of come in every now and then, so I guess it's more like a...
Transit place?
It's more like a station where I don't have to go anywhere, or a coffee shop where I don't have to buy coffee. It's somewhere warm to be that quite a lot of creative people are, so in that
You mean it's like a public space?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my main use of it. I've never analysed this before, so it's
Okay, have you ever attended a festival here at South Bank?
yes.
Do you remember the names? Was it the World Festival? Or
I came here from Mime Festival.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was very strange. Yeah, it was great, amazing.
Was there anything in particular you liked about it? Your favourite? Was it like because of the programme or an event?
I went to see, there's this one event where it was like mime but with masks, which was just, I kind of have an acting background, so it was kind of like acting, well, miming but you can't use your face, which is even harder to express anything, so it's definitely experts.
Another question is, what do you think about the igloos that are over there opposite the Haywood?
I haven't even been to look at them. I don't know. It's not I'm not interested, it's just I've lived in London for a while, so you start ignoring crazy igloos.
Another question is, when I say the word pie, what is the first thing that comes to your head?
3.14 forever.
Okay. That's alright. Not about food?
No, I go
not
straight to maths and infinite numbers.
Do you think South Bank is an neighbourhood?
Compared with where we live, it's more of a community, and so it's nice that there's free exhibitions and things for everyone, all the locals or people from further afield to do, but maybe there's not enough to make it a coherent neighbourhood where the locals can come and be a community.
Where we live, it's quite communal. Like when it was like the Jubilee and the Royal Wedding, we had like street parties and stuff. I think that's the sign of community.
So do you think having like a festival, street party?
Yeah, getting neighbours to know each other.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the igloos that are outside in the Haywood?
I like them. I think they're pretty. Not sure what they're for, but
You don't know. And when we say the word pie, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
well, I think of this shop called Pie Face in Australia. They just went on holiday there and they're obsessed with pies.
What was it?
It's called Pie Face.
Pie face.
It's little pies with faces on, like steak and kidney pies and stuff.
Well, seeing as I study maths, there's these horrible, lovely, pretty equations that come to mind when you say pie.
Okay. And if regards to food pie, what is your favourite pie?
Maybe home-baked apple pie.
Chicken and mushroom.
Alright, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you think South Bank is a neighbourhood?
It's an item all of its own, really. It started in the 1950s Festival of Britain, and it's built of that time, which is rather stark. Could you call it modernist? I'm not quite sure. But to improve it, it's going to be quite difficult because you're going to have to try and soften the outlines, and I don't think you can do that. But what I did notice is when they do have the festivals like last year, and they put some really colourful items like the colourful tree and things like that, it really stood out very well because it's a very good backdrop.
Oh, okay.
But how you're going to improve it, I have no idea.
Okay. Did you think about the skate park down in the
Oh, that's very useful because the kids come here and they've got somewhere to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that the place belongs to them. You know, they left their mark on it.
Yeah. Have you ever attended a South Bank festival before?
Several over the years, but I can't recall them offhand, apart from the ones where they have music out of the back and they
Do you like that?
inside. Oh yes, and the drummers and everything. Really, really good.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. What about poetry, like live poetry readings, or
I
do you think just
came
music?
in and I did see some poetry being read on the foyer, and it was the same one who's on that lift. Is it Abs? Leo Abs? And it was really, really good. First time I've heard him, I thought, that's brilliant. You know? So it does introduce you to new things. Lemsisse, there we are. That's what it is.
So you prefer the live bands, stuff like that?
I like it all. I like new things.
Music. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
What do you think about the igloos that are over there at Haywood Camp? I don't know if you've seen them
Oh,
already.
it's fun. It's fun. You've got to do something different to broaden people's minds.
Okay. And the other question is, when I say the word pie, what is the first thing that comes to your head?
The pie chart. I'm sorry, I'm scared.
In food-wise, what would be your favourite pie?
The pie, food-wise. Well, pie is usually enclosed in pastry, so it's usually a meat.
A meat, okay. Not apple pie.
Oh, apple pie I love, yes. But that's yes, again, that's a flat
one, okay. So more
I think more of a tart, apple tart. No, it's completely
okay.
pastry, yes.
All right.